going to start here in Los Angeles with a press conference that was held by Lucha Bright and others with the Revolution Club here. Last week, we showed footage of a fascist march on the LA School Board, the United School Board School District gathering that was counter-protested, including by members of the Revolution Club, including by Lucha Bright, who was viciously, brutally assaulted by the LAPD and wrongfully arrested. And this week, they are in the headlines. Let's watch.
Activists are calling for an LAPD officer to be fired for allegedly brutalizing a protester outside LAUSD headquarters. The alleged incident happened during dueling demonstrations last Tuesday when parental rights groups squared off against a group of LGBTQ supporters over a potential transgender notification policy. The group, Revolution Club LA, says Lucha Bright was also unjustly arrested. Bright says she is suing the LAPD. The group is demanding the charges against her and two others who were arrested be dropped.
Totally unhinged violence. There was absolutely nothing that precipitated it on our part. There was no reason for it. It was just gratuitous violence against us.
We have reached out to the LAPD, but the department says it does not comment on pending litigation.
My name is Lucha Bright. Last week, I was brutalized and arrested by the LAPD just blocks from here. Today, I am demanding firing the officer, whose badge number is 20068, who stabbed his nightstick into my chest and repeatedly hit me with it. I am demanding that the charges against me be dropped and against another person who was charged that day. And I will be filing a lawsuit against the LAPD for violating my civil rights. On August 22nd, the LAPD violently attacked those of us who were standing up for the LGBTQ community. We were standing against 150 MAGA Christian fundamentalist, so-called parental rights protesters who tried to march on the LAUSD school board meeting in session. Parents' rights? They want to strip LGBTQ people of their humanity. They want the right to force their dark ages, biblical patriarchy, and lunatic QAnon insanity on children and on everyone. They're targeting school boards from Glendale to Chino to Temecula, and they terrorized Satico Elementary School last June for reading a book to children that says it's okay to have two mommies. This is the kind of fascist momentum that leads to things like the murder of Lori Carlton in Lake Arrowhead just days before this march, killed for refusing to take down the LGBTQ flag in front of her store. The LAPD used violence against those of us protecting LGBTQ rights. Their violence against us is totally illegitimate and should not be accepted by anyone. That is why I will be suing them. That is why the officer, who can be seen in video, going off with completely unhinged violence, the one in these images right here, needs to be fired now. Many more people need to step up to defend the rights and lives of people who are under attack by racist, women-hating, anti-LGBTQ thugs in and out of government. We in the Revolution Club are leading and organizing people to do that, as part of working for a real revolution and a whole new emancipating way to live. The points of attention for the revolution, the basis on which we're uniting people to build up these defense forces, say, we fight for a world where all the chains are broken. Women, men, and differently gendered people are equals and comrades. If you agree with that, join us.
A whole new way to live and a fundamentally different system outlines a new society where instead of violating people's rights, instead of sicking police out in the streets on people who are standing up for a better future, the institutions of the revolutionary society would back people up to end all discrimination, to protect the rights of people to live, and not just not be demonized, but to live in a world community of human beings. And we are fighting today to make a revolution to get to that society. And we are working to organize people through this. In the face of this attack, to wake up and look that it is not going to come from voting for Democrats. Here in LA, we have them, and they're still doing this. In the White House, you got them, and Biden brags about funding the police, and Bass complies by funding the police who carry out the violation of the rights of people who are standing up to protect people. No, it's got to be the people who are heartsick, the people who want a better future, getting with the RevComs now to fight the power and transform people for revolution. To get the message of revolution on the map by getting it on the wall so people know there is reason to hope. There is a future worth fighting for if you've got the heart to fight for it, and there is a force to get with in order to do that. So join with us in raising the demand to fire Officer 20068, drop the charges against Lucha Bright and the other protester arrested with her, and to join in the demand to file suit against the LAPD for violating people's rights last Tuesday.
The revolutionary leader and author of the New Communism, Bob Avakian, has said, instead of fighting and killing each other, what people need to be doing now is uniting to defend each other, opposing all unjust violence, not launching attacks on anyone, but at the same time, not allowing the police or civilian fascist thugs to wantonly brutalize and murder people. And people need to do this as part of building up the forces for revolution. That's my statement. Thank you.